Good morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kerri Wade. Thank you for being here. Um, I had so much feedback on yesterday's Facebook Live when I talked about suicide. And I thank you. I thank everybody for reaching out, for making comments, for sending me messages. I think it touched a lot of people and brought about some serious discussion, and I had a few people that shared my video on their own Facebook page, and I just want to say thank you. I appreciate that so very much because I really do feel like it is a topic that we need to get out there. It's something that we need to have a conversation about. We have to pay attention, and it sparked a seed in me yesterday, all of this. And I had a bit of an aha moment, and I'll share more as I process it all. But that was a really important topic, and I want to say thank you for holding this space for me to discuss it and to share some of my thoughts and feelings about it, because it is it is something that I feel very close to and tied to. I'm sure we've all experienced a friend or somebody, good morning Tracy, that got a frog in my throat this morning again. Somebody who has been through that, or families who have been through a suicide. And so it is a very serious topic. Again, make sure everybody has that number in your phones or someplace you can get to it. Even if you don't think that person, if it's your child, your teenager, a brother, a sister, a friend, even if you don't think that they would ever really go to that length, we never really know the pain that somebody is feeling. So you may offer it to them with love, just to make sure that they have an outlet and make sure they have that resource. So 1-800-273-TALK was that number for the National Suicide Hotline. And so anyway, I got to tell you, one thing I love about doing the Facebook Lives is that it puts me in the now. Shelly, you never returned my call yesterday. How are you this morning? I hope you're feeling better. I was worried about you all night, so I hope you're feeling good this morning. Good morning, Dave. I was talking about you last night too. Wow, that's pretty weird. My mom and I were talking about you, Dave. Nice to see you here. But one thing about the Facebook Lives is it does bring me very much to the moment and on the mend good. And we tend to live so much of our lives in the past and the future. And, if you really sit, so sorry, if you really sit and think about your thoughts and what you think about all day, I know that the majority of my thoughts are either in the past, things that happened before, or things that are coming up, or plans I'm making, and ideas I've got that I want to execute on. And being in the moment, for me, this is one time of the day that I know I can be right here in the moment. And my meditation, my transcendental meditation, twice a day, those are in the moment times for me as well. But what I really try to do, like with friends and families, when I go out and I do stuff with my friends and my families, I feel like I'm kind of mumbling today, I'm sorry. I'm processing information as I go. I try to be there though and enjoy that experience right then and there in that moment, and put aside all the other thinking and the thoughts and just be really present for that. And the more you practice it, the easier it gets, I think. But our lives are right now. We don't have yesterday. We may not have tomorrow. We don't know. We may not have 5 minutes from now. So just being here now, and I appreciate all of you being here now with me as well. I've been rereading, I have the book right here, Eckhart Tolle. I think it's Tolle. I never know if it's Tolle or if it's Toll, so if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. His book, A New Earth. It is the book that comes after The Power of Now. And he was talking about attachments, being attached to things and to objects. And this is something we've been talking about here a lot in the last couple of weeks as well. And when we lose something, an object, an item, even a person, a job, a thing, whatever it is that we're attached to, then we become really upset about it. And he says it's important to stop and think if who I am has become diminished because of this loss. So, say he used an example of a woman who was terminally ill and she lost a ring that was very special to her. And she was in an absolute tizzy about it. And, and he asked her, he says, is who you are, has that become diminished by losing this ring of yours? And of course she says, yes, of course it is. And he invited her to ask herself again and to feel the answer and not think it. Feel your I amness. I love that. Because we identify sometimes with objects that, they don't change us. If we didn't have them tomorrow, is it going to affect who we are? No, it's not. It's not. We just go on to build ourselves into something even better, I hope, right? So he said the joy of being can only be felt when you get out of your head. Being has to be felt. It can never be a thought. The ego doesn't know about it because thought is what it consists of. The thing you lost was really in your head as a thought, and you confused it with the sense of I am. Whatever ego seeks and gets attached to are substitutes for the being that it cannot feel. You can value and care for things, but whenever you get attached to them, you will know it is the ego. And you are never really attached to a thing, but to a thought. If it has, if it's a thought that has I, me, or mine in it, then it's a thought. It's not a feeling. When you completely accept a loss, you go beyond ego and who you are, the I am, which is consciousness itself, emerges. So that is not like word for word. Those are just my notes. I have a habit of if I'm listening to something that like resonates with me in a book, I have to grab one of my little books, and this one is the one I've been using lately that my friend Jennifer gave me, a beautiful little journal. And it's so random. But when something strikes me and resonates with me, sometimes I like to take notes. And so anyway, there's my sharing for today. I really like that. That's separating your being from your thoughts, your ego. Letting go of those attachments to things. It's okay to love a thing or to, things bring us joy and beauty, and there's nothing wrong with them. It's when we become so attached to them that they start to make a ripple in our lives, and we lose our peace of mind and our calm because of it. That's when it's really unhealthy. So let's pull a postcard from Spirit. These are the postcards from Spirit by Colette Baron Reed. And each day I ask for a card that is something that we all need to hear today. A message for everybody who's listening now or later on in reruns. If you're in a place that you can do so, I would just invite you to close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath and let it out. Dearest you, selfless giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving and amazing that it should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of a debt, release an obligation, or do a solid kindness to someone for no other reason than as an exercise of the heart. You will be surprised how quickly a generous heart is repaid. We know it doesn't happen in the immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles seemingly unrelated to your kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows, and the more love and abundance you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust you are worthy and deserving of it. You have to receive, not just give. We love you so much over here. So how many of us have a problem receiving, but not a problem giving? Think about that. Have to have balance there. The law of give and take, supply, demand. You have to have that balance. And although this card is really talking about just doing a kindness for someone or giving something of yourself to somebody else, just be aware. I just feel like we really need to be aware that we also have to be open to receive. Thank you for the hearts. And, take that. It's hard, especially, and Shelley, you can probably relate to this too, being single for most of our lives, we're very independent, and we don't think of reaching out to other people sometimes. We just do it. We just take care of it. And we almost feel guilty when we have to reach out for help, or when, we finally do reach that point where it's like, I can't do this by myself, while doing for others all day long. So I think for me, that was the takeaway. Thank you, 100% true. That was the takeaway. I gave for 6 months and had a hard time receiving. Yeah. Yes, Tracy, thank you for that. Yeah, we do. And why is that? I don't know. We just were, okay, I do know. Mark will be proud of me for this. It's that we've taken on so much male energy. And good morning, Melissa. We've taken on all this male energy, and we've got to reclaim some of our female energy. Our planet needs it. Our world needs it. Our country needs it. We need it. And it's not just men that are stuck in the male energy. And I love you too, Melissa. Yeah, awesome. Women have taken on very male energy. And, I'm not dissing on equal rights or anything like this. This has nothing to do with that. It's just getting more in touch with that feminine side of ourselves, and allowing ourselves to be women. And men allowing that female energy into their heart to bring more balance into our lives. I believe that we are going through a major energy shift right now. I don't know how long this shift will go on. It's been going on for a while. And I think we're really starting to see a lot of things come to a head at this point. There's lots of interesting things to watch and read out there if you have any interest in that sort of thing. But and my friend Mark is like, he's like all up in it. He's really in the know on all of that stuff. So I get a kick out of listening to some of his stories and some of his knowledge and his teachings. So anyway, I will end it here because I've been rattling on for a while now. But give that some thought today. Allowing yourself to receive as well as give. Give of your heart. Okay, one more thought. And this was a discussion I had with a friend yesterday where, never mind, I'm not going to go there right now. I kind of lost the moment for a second there. So I'll save that for another day. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I feel like I'm not awake all the way yet, I guess. I haven't had my coffee yet. I made it and it's sitting next to me. And it is not in my bloodstream yet. And so I had a short meditation this morning because I got tied up doing some other chores. And, you know, I am a fiddly farter. I have to say that. I hope you guys have a great day. And I will see you back here tomorrow morning, Friday. And if you have any suggestions for discussions, any thoughts you'd like to share, I would love, love, love to talk to you. Yes, Melissa, let's get together and do our tapping. Great stress relief, great for anxiety and depression and everything. It's good for everything. So have a great day, guys. Love you.